Hello and welcome to We Are Tottenham TV. You're with your boys Marlon and Ashmatic from Spurs Kings TV. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel as well as We Are Tottenham TV. But it has finished Liverpool 4, Spurs 0. 1-0 at half time. We kind of said we need to come out in that second half and produce. 4, Spurs 0. Ash's trying to repeat me there. We said we had to come out in that second half and play, and we kind of just didn't turn up in that second half.
Nah, not at all, man. It's mad because, you know, we knew we had to come out and do something a little bit different to the first half after conceding that first goal. And you said it, you called it, you said this is where Ange needs to tweak, he needs to do something a little bit different. And some might argue that the players let him down, you know, because there wasn't a lot of fight in that second half. There was no one that kind of rolled up their sleeves, got their hands dirty and said, like, it's on me. Do you know what I mean? And I think a lot of fans...
You were calling that out. You were saying in the first half, no one's taking it by the scruff of the neck. We need Sonny, we need Sonny, we need Sonny. We need the Kulu as well, but you're looking at Sonny as captain. So you can blatantly see if we can't even do that in the first half, or in any part of the game, it was just wasn't going to happen, was it?
Yeah, we didn't have... There was no way we could carry anyone. Do you know what I mean?
And we were carrying some players today.
And people just go and hiding. Like, you need to get on the ball, make it happen, and be brave. That's what I think the coach wants. He wants his players to be brave, at least have a go. At least go out swinging. And what? How many shots a goal did we have? Nil. Poor. Apart from Sonny hitting the post, I can't remember a single thing that they did. Do you know what I mean? The boys, like Marlon was saying, look, we shouldn't have to motivate them for a semi-cup final. No, it should be intrinsically, like, that should be when we start to push up and we start to do things different. But again, it's just a mixture of things. I would even just put it down onto the players. I feel like it's a club thing.
It's a full club thing. Like, this is nothing new, is it? This is how the season is going.
Yeah.
But, you know, we all had hope after that Liverpool win. But Liverpool probably wasn't as full strength as they were today. If we're looking at it, the two games.
It's the hope that kills you, isn't it?
But everything fell for us at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because Bergvall should have probably had a second yellow card. Things were all going our way. Liverpool weren't creating the chances as they were in the 6-3. But it just seemed to be, Slot went, I see how you play. I'm going to do this.
I think that was a difference because, like, some people will be like, oh, you can't blame us on Ange. It's definitely the players.
No, everyone's got to take... Everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone needs to take some responsibility. You can't just keep doing that. It's nonsensical in my opinion. But what I will say is, like, compared to Slot, you can see.
You saw what he done in that second half.
Like, slow, like the first half, slow, controlled. Do you know what I mean? Then, like, there was times the tempo went up.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And then it was like they had us pinned. And then in the second half, when they just turned up, they came out of gear 1, they went to gear 2, gear 3. We just had no answers for them. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I mean, the difference in tempo controlling and managing the expectations and of the actual players on the pitch. So
yeah, sometimes you got to look at it and go, when you put out someone like Ange, who's got to change the whole culture of the club. It's difficult.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Super chat from Alex Harris, and this is why I've just gone on today. He's gone, time for a new owners and a new background staff. And I think that's what's very, very important to everything that's going on. It's not just Levy, it's the people he employs.
Yeah,
it's the mentality of a club of a whole, right? And everyone will go, fans, but we're only there on a Saturday, and most people go to that stadium in expectation to win.
Yeah, they do.
Right?
They
Even
do.
though you might see YouTubers for the whole week and whatnot.
No, a lot of fans, they go thinking that Spurs are going to win today. Yeah, even on the YouTube side, you hear fans, the YouTube fans, they say, look, we're going to win today. I predict a 4-0 or 3-0.
Everyone's predicting optimistic, but the mentality around the club is what's kind of killing it at the moment. Even in big games, like, everyone will go, but we've been to this many semi-finals, this many finals. But we're not getting over the line.
But if I'm going to be real, I'm going to think, like you said, like we both said, it's a mixture. We can't just blame it on Ange. You can't just blame it on the players. It's a club mentality thing. But I would say, if I'm looking at it and I want to get into the detail, we're looking at an aging Son, and we're now seeing it live in the flesh.
We haven't replaced like we did with Kane, we didn't have replacements ready.
This is what I'm saying to you. So when you're looking for big game players turning up, we're like, well, Son's a big game player. Yeah, he hasn't been playing well all season, but now's the time we normally see him turn up. He was nowhere to be seen or heard.
We've got another super chat here, but I'm not going to read it fully because it's actually a bit disrespectful to someone. But it says, bring out the gimp. I'm not going to say who it refers to, but...
Mad thing. That's mad.
But it's just
that's wild.
There's no need to get personal. Harry Hurst, you've also put in a super chat, but you haven't put anything. So if you can put something in the chat, and I'll try and read it out. Don't pay for another super chat. I'll try and see if you've put any words somewhere. Who's Harry Hurst? Yeah. I'll try and look for you once we're going through the link, or if you find if you're getting first, because I'm on my phone now.
Yeah, but like, so if you look at that, then obviously everyone's going to talk about the injuries, but the fact that we had to put Spence as a right winger
says it all. But then,
do you know what I'm saying?
That's a tactical thing. You didn't. Everyone would have probably swapped it the other way around and put Pora right wing.
Yeah, this
because
is another
he's more
thing.
better on the ball than and Spence, but it's like he's trying to make Spence have a bad game so you don't have to play him.
Wow, that's a mad shout, bro. That's a mad shout. Listen, if you disagree with that, come and have your say as well,
Michael
man.
Roach, you've done exactly the same. You put in a super chat, but no words. Hopefully, thanks for
People ain't got no more words, bro. Listen, it's that,
maybe that's what they're doing. It's
bro,
like no words.
We ain't got like we're a fan base that's hurting, and I think that's why we're so split and divided on opinions. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, if you can put something in the chat as well, you don't have to pay for it, but we'll try and read it out if we could find it as well.
Yeah, I think
maybe that's what they're doing. No words. One, putting super chats in. We've got no words. There's not really much more I can say. Liverpool better than us. When you look at the clubs where they've come from when we were before the Champions League final.
I mean, I can say more because I could look at the midfield, but I'm sure we're going to get into it as people come on. The midfield was non-existent in my opinion. I know like they had a job to defend and protect the centre backs because we were in a low to mid block. But there's times when you do have the possession, you need to kind of do a little bit more with it. I'm not saying go out and attack, but I'm saying alleviate the pressure that allows you to move up. Because what it is, like when I spoke about Slot versus Ange, like Liverpool weren't always hurried in possession, whereas I felt like when we were in possession, the reason why we didn't create anything is because we were trying to play it out.
I look at that first half. So let's take that first goal that we conceded. First half, Liverpool didn't really lay a glove on us. The midfield defensively was set up correct. What happened is that Sarr was just all over the place when it came to the attacking third and wasn't give. And you knew exactly what his job was, but he was just never in the right place at the right time to receive the pass. And yeah, Basuma will get blamed for the pass because it was a bit like he probably could have played it back to Kulu. But again, he's looking at it going, that's Sarr. But Sarr moved as soon as the ball's played.
Yeah, but you've got to remember as well, though, to be fair, Basuma's touch was baggy in it. I don't know if Kulu put too much weight on it.
Yeah,
that forced him to have a baggy touch like that.
Yeah, and look, I'm not sitting there and defending Basuma.
Yeah,
because apart from after that, in the second half, I thought he was terrible. But on that goal, everyone's going to pinpoint in that situation and go poor pass. But the passing before that was terrible.
I'm just saying, in the middle of the park, that's when you can't afford to make those mistakes,
which has happened today.
And it's not like in our game plan that should be like, all right, cool. If you make a mistake down the sides, it's okay because making a mistake down the sides, you can defend the box.
Yeah. Michael Roach has put some super chat. Let's pretend we scored a goal.
Hey, that's real copium right there.
Yeah, but
that's real copium. Guys, let's just pretend nothing happened. Well, big up Michael Roach, man. I've been there still.
Harry Hash has done it again. We've put another super chat in, but no words. No words, my brother.
Yeah, don't worry. No words needed, man. No words needed.
Just type it into the chat and we'll read it out. But yeah, there's nothing more to say.
Yeah, I mean, no, there is. Kingski as well. We're going to get into it, but Kingski, my lord, the pressure.
He's not dealing with the pressure.
The pressure got to him.
But again, I did said this against Arsenal. Where's the captain? Where's the defenders taking him and going? Where Ben Davies is meant to be the one chatting. Ben Davies needs to go to him and say, calm down.
Yeah, I think Ben Davies, out of everyone, was the player that was solid. You know what I mean? He got a lot of blocks in. Positionally, he did well. Took a scar to the head, bled for the club. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even going mad at him. But
him and Danso didn't do that badly.
They didn't. But I'm saying, like, there was one time he went to fix, I think, the charger or something. But Kingsley laid a ball out and Archie Gray was on the left and it went out of play and it wasn't like a hard pass, do you know what I'm saying? It was the short passes in that game I felt let him down. And then on top of it, normally he's all right coming to collect, but he's punching when he don't need to punch. Do you know what I'm saying? Missing catches. I'm like, bro, and he bumped into Davies at that point. I was like, oh, look, I don't know if it's a thing for signs to come, but a sign for things to come. But yeah, from there, it just kind of went downhill, and that was in the first 10 minutes.
I think Scorpion for Life, probably, this is where when it went really downhill. Not in the sense of the game, but more in the sense of the curse was there, and he's gone. Richie injury was a big loss. He looked sharp to me. And he did look sharp. He was on the ball, apart from his stupid offside. But he did look like he was in the game, and every time he got it, he was trying to pass it across. But Kulu and Son just weren't giving him the option.
Yeah. He held on to it, not too bad.
Yeah, but as soon as he got injured, you kind of went...
For me, I don't know, with Richarlison, he just runs off offside too much for me. He doesn't watch that line. He needs to, like, for me, if you're a striker, you need to be able to see the back of the number, the back of the shirt sometimes. Look, of that defender.
I think the way we got to look at it, if we had Solanke, Vicario, Van der Ven and Romero...
Would have had more of a fight.
We still don't win that game.
No, of course not. That's the thing. Yeah. I think that's a big thing. And I think until those players come back, and they're coming back, do you know what I mean, within the next few days, until they all come back.
What do you mean? Van der Ven ain't coming back.
No, not Van der Ven, sorry. Vicario's
meant to be coming back.
Vicario's coming back.
But I don't think they're going to risk it at the moment because... the way Van der Ven keeps pulling, and I think Romero's in the same spot every time they keep coming back to training and not fully fit. Yeah.
But I don't think that excuse is going to hang over the head until everyone's back. Do you know what I'm saying? Until everyone's back. And it happened last season. Last season, we had the exact same thing where everyone kept saying, when we get our full squad back.
But this is going to be my issue going forward with Ange, because that's 2 seasons in a row. If I said to you, we're guaranteed to get injuries next year, are you trusting Ange to then take it?
Am I trusting the board? Am I trusting the club? Am I trusting anyone? No, I'm not really. Do you know what I'm saying?
So, Paul Langley said, if a Spurs player tried typing in a super chat, he would injure his finger.
Yeah.
Mate, but yeah.
I mean, you know what it is? It's just going into Sunday's game, Villa's game, I think the energy and the morale is not a good one going into it.
It's not, because we're looking at this game and they didn't even run tonight, so they should be all fully fit. This was like a training session where they've been told to do nothing.
Yeah.
Liverpool have completely taken them to the cleaners.
Yeah.
And again, they are top of the Premier League for a reason, and we are 14th. And you've got to remember, at one point at the weekend, we were 16th.
Yeah, you know, like Spurs thought we could copy and paste what we did with Brentford, but they forgot that the difference between Liverpool and Brentford is Liverpool actually have like gunmen. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, we have to look at it like this. In a couple of weeks, we could be 16th.
Yeah.
You know, if we don't get any wins on the table.
Well, everyone's expecting us to beat United, innit? So,
mate, that would be the game they bloody win, innit?
Boy, listen, if we don't beat Man U, it's going to be very spooky. Indeed.
To be fair, Ange keeps getting the wins when it looks really bleak. He's doing a Ten Hag.
Yeah. I hear it, man.